Hi, Aubrey.
Hello, Dylan.
How are you, my love?
Oh, another day, another dollar.
Oh, oh my God. Okay, what have you been doing in the streets?
Just serving some food,
Oh, good.
serving some ass.
Oh, have you done it yet?
No, not yet. I'm not actually doing that. Not today.
Um,
Tomorrow.
okay. I wanted to talk about, I don't know why I want to talk about this, but
I love it.
my my computer, it's broken.
No, it canceled you.
My computer canceled me.
I'm so sorry. What happened? Do you know what happened? How did it
I
happen?
was literally editing an episode for the YouTubes and it just went like gray screen, then black screen.
Mm.
And so I was like, ugh, okay, let me restart it. And when I went to restart it, the black screen never went away. You could hear it start up, but it would just never do
It's
anything.
kind of that like
You would just hear
sound.
it. No, you would just hear it like,
Mm.
that little, that was actually a really good sound, like for what it sounded like, but in the headset at least.
One more time.
I don't know. I feel like I had to burp at that exact moment. I can't. It was nothing like it.
Repeatability
But
never
I
happens.
know it was in the moment. But I took it to the Apple store and they told me, crunch, like we're not going to be able to do anything about it. So they
So
told me to take it
sorry.
to another place, and it just sucked because I was just lugging that computer around. It's not a very light one; it's an older one, so it's pretty
Yeah.
heavy. Um, thank God I have the little MacBook, but it's yeah.
It looks cute back there though, still. Like,
Ugh,
hey.
it's very just for aesthetic right now. But I think it canceled me.
Yeah, it did. It really did. It said, "You've been using me too much."
Oh my. Is that what we're talking about today?
I don't know, is it? Because if not, I'm about to cancel you too.
Oh my gosh. Oh, again.
So, cancel culture, you all. This
Yeah.
is something that
It
whew,
is not have anything to really to do with sobriety, but there has been people canceled in the sober community that I've heard
yeah.
of, and I did not even realize that until I was having a kiki with a fellow podcaster that I'm not going to mention. Um,
Okay.
but realized that there was, just there's some drama in the sober community.
Yeah.
People getting canceled.
Yeah. I can only imagine it's got to be people who just have different beliefs on what you can and can't do in sobriety and how you should treat your sobriety versus not treating your sobriety.
Yeah, honestly, bingo.
I
Or racist.
oh god.
Yeah, yeah, canceled.
We don't
But we have opinions.
we do have opinions and I do not think that cancel culture is a great way of doing things and I'm sorry you all, but it's not. It doesn't help anyone. It doesn't help the party involved, and it doesn't help the other party who is the accuser or the accused.
Right.
It's harmful in all ways. You're harming someone who is now like distraught because of something someone else said, but then they can't chat with this other person now to change their mind or like at least talk to them about what is wrong about that.
Yeah. There's a thin line between the cancel culture and holding someone accountable and holding themselves accountable and accountability in general. That I think there's just such a fourth wall or like sixth sense about the whole issue that they can't really see, like a je ne sais quoi.
Mhm.
I don't know if that's the right word for it, but like like it's just something that's just there that like you have to see if someone's intentions are true, if they've learned, because God knows we've all made mistakes. And if you haven't, you're not human. That's just
Mhm.
about the human experience, especially as alcoholics. We made plenty of mistakes.
Mhm.
Um, and I'm sure plenty of mistakes that other people would cancel other people for if that was, the way it was. And I know as a collective in like early 2000s culture, the humor was all over the place.
Mm.
Like I remember even in be not to toot my own horn, but I remember being an advocate for being against the R word
Yeah.
in middle school and being like I had all my friend group was against that, and we were just barricading for like stop saying that as like an insult to people, and like that's not an insult, that's just wrong, and just yeah. But anyway, like there was no canceling. It was all just like we allowed those celebrities to grow up and their humor to grow up and, Saturday Night Live and the humor kind of shifted and like
Yeah.
we allowed all those people to move on. But I feel like the cancel culture is way more niche to like, I guess, like internet personalities and, major celebrities and like,
People who just wanna have a voice and people
yeah,
who just wanna just chat about things and just talk about things, like, it's sad to see that you can't have a civil conversation without, like and I get it, like, being offended, it happens all the time. I get it. I get offended quite a bit, but, like, I'm not going to stop talking to you because you offended me. Whatever, I have to deal with it. You're another human in this world. I'm gonna deal with that fucking fact that I have another human next to me that I'm just gonna have to talk to and deal with.
absolutely. I think like one of the big things about like maturing and growing older and or even not just older but just wiser is learning to, not not like what am I trying to say? Like to go with the flow kind of.
Yeah.
Do you know
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I can't say what I'm trying to say. It's like I can't put words to it. Um
I mean, seriously though, like, it's cancel culture is just our way of trying to it's kind of like the sober version of not dealing with problems.
yeah.
Like, you cancel someone because you don't wanna deal with that reality of life that is actually there.
Especially people digging up really old stuff on people to use against them now.
Right.
You're not allowing them any growth whatsoever.
Right.
And I had a conversation with a friend not too long ago about, them and their, other friend and how that person was, very negative and clingy and just different, towards them and how she was not allowing her friend to grow and she was holding her accountable for things or not holding her accountable for things. I don't know how you would say that for something she had done years ago and actions that she had had years ago. And I was like, well, you have to know that she's different now. Like she's,
Mhm.
you are different and you see life in a different way, but you have to allow her that same growth. Maybe
Mhm.
she does too. Sorry,
Mhm.
what were you
No,
saying?
no, no, I was just gonna say it kind of, like, goes back into, like, a lot of the stuff that we protested this past these past couple of years and been protesting for a long time, don't get
Yeah.
me wrong, um, but it's like, these people, when they were talking about these people who were killed over over the summer and things like that, they were talking about these past records that these innocent humans that got killed by police had. And it's like, those were 10, 15, 20 years ago. And who the fuck cares?
Mm, mhm.
Who cares? And it's like, why are you going to use that against someone to say that they're not a better person? Like, I can only imagine if someone like look back at my record and 10, 15 years from now, God forbid, or God, I hope I'm still sober,
Yeah.
and then, but
Right.
like, and they look back and they say, hey, look, he got a freaking 2 DUIs back when he was, 21, 24, freaking,
Yeah. What a bad role model.
what about, yeah, what about a role model, but
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I went through life. I've changed, and I do believe that I am a better person because of it.
Yeah.
And you know what? Like, don't keep me to that little blurb in my life when I have 25 other years that I've lived decent.
Yeah. Yeah. I get that.
Sorry, was
No.
that blunt? Okay.
I love the Scorpio. Um,
It's coming up.
yeah, we're in Scorpio. Oh, your
Mhm.
birthday's coming up.
It
Yeah.
is.
Um,
Sorry, just so you all know.
um, wait, your birthday is in like 2 days.
2 weeks.
Well, from this airing.
Oh, yeah. It's in 2 days.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yay.
I'm gonna be old, just not old enough yet.
No, you're not old.
No, not 30 yet. Not there
Mm.
yet.
Me neither. Yes, I am. Don't cancel me.
You can't get canceled because 'cause you're 30.
Yeah, thank God.
Maybe you can, who knows?
Ageism.
Ooh.
I get so mad reading comments on videos of people that are of a more mature generation, older generation. I should just say it is of an older generation.
There's nothing wrong with saying they're older
Yeah, they're
generation.
older. Yeah, but like the ones that are like living and thriving and like doing their damn thing, the ones that are fun on TikTok, 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 like I hate when I see those comments that are, like, degrading and mean to
Mhm.
them. It's just like, "Come on." Like,
Mhm.
what are you supposed to just die at some point? Like, just be nothing? Like, like, just automatically just cut off all social media and just start knitting?
Right?
Like,
Like, I'm sorry that I enjoy life and I actually wanna continue growing throughout my,
yeah.
however old
Yeah.
I end up becoming. Like, that's not your choice on how I live my life.
Absolutely.
Mm-mm.
Um, I do I don't know. What do you think about, like, people like Madonna who have very heavily filtered, pictures that they post of themselves and do things like when she has her shows that makes everyone leave their cell phones in a bag that they can check out after the show because she only wants to be filmed in certain lighting and certain, ways.
If you're going to Madonna show, welcome to capitalism. That's if you're going and paying the money for it, that's what happens. If you wanna put your
Yeah.
phone away, that's what's gonna happen
But
when you go to
what
it.
do you think about,
I'm
like, the
sorry.
filtering of the pictures and, like,
Let her
presenting
do
herself?
it. Let
Yeah,
her do it.
yeah.
Please let anyone do what they want to do. If you want to present your body somehow, some way, like now there's a point if you're like trying to go on a date or whatever and you're presenting yourself in like such a manner that's completely off from how you actually look, catfishing, like no, that's not okay.
Yeah, that's not okay.
Like you're not like it, but I do believe that there are times where like yeah, you if you want to, create art and you want to put art out there and you want to use your body however you want to use it, do it.
Well, I will say I used to, when I first got, like, a little skinnier, because I've had, like, a lot of inflections in Denver. I would used to Facetune my pictures to make my waist a little smaller because I became obsessed with the idea of how skinny I was getting,
Mm.
and, I remember, like, at one point just going back and deleting a lot of those photos or like, some of them actually do exist, and if you go really back on my Instagram, I could point them out, and I could just point it out now because I don't care, but it's just I don't know, I don't do that anymore, like,
Yeah.
because it's just, like, I don't know, I feel like I was lying to myself. Um,
I've done the same. You look for that lighting and the good, like,
yeah,
"Oh, yeah, that makes me look great. This makes me look like I have abs even though I don't." Like,
yeah.
I've done it.
Yeah, yeah, it's something there about that. I don't mind people doing it, but there comes a point where I'm like, this isn't healthy for me to be doing to myself.
No.
So I don't know. I stopped doing that. I still do filters and things and like adjust the contrast and fun stuff like that, but I don't edit my waist anymore because it is what it is. I just the way my body is shaped is just the way it is. And the older I get, the more I start to embrace it, I guess.
Yeah, and I think that you should embrace it however you want, and Madonna wants to embrace it by continuing to Photoshop her photos.
Let her do it.
Let her do it.
Let her do it. It's her damn right.
And you know what? You all still think she's gorgeous. You all still out there thinking she's a queen, so it don't
Yeah.
matter.
It's I always have the opinion of I really look up to sorry, I guess the Batmobile's outside.
James
uh,
Bond.
yeah. I don't know if you guys can hear this.
Oh, they should.
Um, I really respect and admire what Kim Kardashian has done for the image of the body because in the early 2000s it was I hate to name drop, I'm not going to. It was the anorexic chic. That was what the body was for, like, 2000s,
Mhm.
2004, all those time period. It was how you could show your rib cage, the low rise jeans, for females. And when Kim Kardashian came onto the scene, she altered that huge image or that image of, like, you could be curvy and have a big bottom or a bigger bust, and that's like the new standard of, like, the sought after body.
Mhm.
Um I love that, and I think that's, like, something that's not really talked about a lot. It's like a side of the whole, like, Kardashian think what you want about them, I don't care, I don't really watch the show. I used to watch reruns here and there, but I've never been a huge, like, diehard fan of the Kardashians, but I can respect from that point of view what she has done for the self-image of, people in general, but
I need to look this up. I need to know more about Kim Kardashian. I know she does a lot of good stuff with a lot of women's rights and things like that. And
She gets a lot of people out of jail.
yeah, she's going to law school.
I think she
Did she
graduated.
finally
I
graduate?
don't know if she like succeeded, but she's still just using her
You know she
power.
succeeded. I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
Kim Kardashian's smart, and I'm not.
She's very smart.
All of these celebrities out there, they're really fucking smart. Like
Certain ones, yeah.
I believe all of them. They got out there somehow, and I
Yeah.
believe that they.
Oh, yeah, yeah, in that sense for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I believe that they're all very smart, but like you can use that power in a really positive way or a really negative way
Yeah, absolutely.
that they got from just getting to where they're at.
Uh, did you hear about, well, the time of this recording, um, last weekend was, the Travis Scott in Houston.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Uh, Very sad, extremely sad, and TikTok is a new generation, definitely of like live event coverage that is just very raw and very opening to the world. And I think that we're seeing this tragedy through a lens of so many perspectives,
Mm-hmm.
and it just makes it all the more impactful. Is that, yeah, impactful.
Yeah.
I feel, yeah.
It's just sad to know that so many people fought for help.
Yeah. And I see, not to compare, but I see other celebrities that have had similar things happen at their shows, and they can clearly see them and stop the show, and they do stop the show. But I mean, it's always been Travis Scott's thing to encourage the rage and tell people to break over the barriers and telling people like jump over security and stuff like that, because that's like his brand. And it's unfortunate that it's gotten to this level, though, that people have died in such mass numbers.
Are
You
you gonna
know,
cancel him?
I think the internet's trying
And
to.
I don't think they should.
Right, let him learn from that.
I think he did learn. I don't
Yeah.
think that he has.
You know what I thought too about the whole thing, tying it into sobriety? I was looking at him and everyone was saying like, "Oh, he drinks at every show. He's always drunk at all of his shows." This was his big Apple Music cast event, huge night for him. One of the biggest crowds, probably I think the biggest crowd he's ever had.
Mm,
I don't know if I'm just saying that out of my ass, but huge crowd. I could see if he was. Do you remember how it is when you're extremely drunk and there's just like chaos going on around you, but you're in your own little world
mm-hmm.
doing your thing? I almost wonder if he was just really drunk up there and like he was just feeling himself and
He
maybe not
probably saw something
noticing.
going on, but it was like, okay, that's just something going
People
on.
people
People being
rage.
people.
People always regularly jump off of lightning beams at his shows,
Yeah.
like, so I'm sure he's not used to ambulances and things like that.
Yeah. I mean, you shouldn't just cancel him though because you think that this was. I mean, yeah, he has a lot to do with it, and he has a lot to blame and stuff that he is going to have to deal with down the line as well. If you
Mhm.
canceling him, that's not going to help his case. It's not going to help him learn.
Right.
He's going to deal with the emotional stress, the amount of people, the. I mean, think about it. The 8 people died in front of him.
Mhm.
Like, that's enough emotional distress for someone for a
Absolutely.
lifetime.
Absolutely.
So like I don't know what you think canceling him is going to do and how you think that's going to help the world and the economy and all of this because these people are still out there. These people who still like to go in rage, they're still going to go out and do it in rage.
Mhm.
You canceling Travis Scott is not going to stop those people.
Absolutely.
So don't
But they're
cancel.
definitely trying.
They
But
are.
I feel, like, from that perspective, I totally feel bad for him at this moment because I'm sure he feels an extreme amount of guilt
Yeah.
for what's going on. Like,
Heck, I woke up from a freaking car accident that I caused myself and didn't hurt anyone and I felt guilt for myself.
right.
Like, I felt guilt. And like, how? How can you not feel guilty about 30, 40, 50 people going to the hospital and 8 of them
Mm,
dying and then all the backlash that you're getting now from the social media and having to see it constantly every day because he's not just like a normal guy where whatever 8 people someone killed 8 people or whatever and it's gone the internet's gone. This is going to be seen for a long time.
over and over for many perspectives, and the perspectives are just gonna keep coming
Yeah.
of different people that attended the show and such. I think the only person that can cancel is the person themselves, because you know, each party, you can cancel someone by not subscribing to them and blocking them or whatever you have to do, by not, giving them likes or giving them views or
Mhm.
whatever streams, and that's on you. And they can cancel themselves by just not posting anymore. And those are like the two options. Other than that, I think cancel culture is more of just like a collective coming together to riot against a person, and just have that collective consciousness of just like, we're mob mentality, that we're all just like here to like make sure they know they did wrong, and like,
Well, it's this self-righteous sorry, I'm not trying to talk down on anyone, but it is kind of a self-righteous thing to just think that you are better than someone. You are so much better than someone that you are able to cancel them.
yeah.
You
And
think you
oh
are
my god.
that much better than someone else that you have the ability to cancel them because you have that high up a horse. Like, no, I'm sorry.
Right. I'm sure you've done stuff in your past, like that person, that
Mhm.
has been horrible enough to be canceled.
Mhm.
And who are you, just because you don't have that platform or whatever, to say that, that person can't go through that?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Like you have a normal life and you're able to kind of like navigate this a little bit easier, but like don't hurt someone else. Don't cause someone else pain. And I get there are times where canceling can be okay. Like I get it. There's I don't know, someone kills 50 million people, sure. Yeah, cancel them.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
But once
That
again, the only way to cancel them is to not
I'm sorry,
subscribe
that
to
was
them.
way out there.
No, but like, just don't subscribe to that person. Well, I guess if that's a dictator, that's a little different.
Don't subscribe to your dictator.
Yeah. Like, oh my
That's
god.
just being dead.
Yeah. I unfollowed Trump.
Ooh.
But, um oh, the time, wow, I mean,
Is it
yeah.
that time already?
I mean,
Oh,
I
hey
don't
there.
cancel me, but I think this is the end of the episode,
Ah,
honestly.
you know what, Dylan? I'm gonna be leaving after this, and
Are you canceled?
no, you
Oh!
are. I'll be taking over the sober gay.
Oh,
I'm your
no.
host, Aubrey Lee. And yes, that is my real name.
My real nails. Um, uh, website,
thesobergay.com.
Instagram,
The Sober Gay podcast.
email address.
At the Sober Gay.
So close. So close.
The Sober Gay at gmail.com. Let me say that one more time. The Sober Gay at gmail.com. Thesobergay.com. And The Sober Gay podcast.
I love that. Thanks again to BetterHelp for sponsoring this podcast. And
Thank
until
you.
next time, stay
Stay
sober,
sober,
girl.
girl.